Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandria. You can find me on Instagram at Millennial Nursepreneur. If you like what you are hearing, please subscribe to this channel for more content on how to be a freelance health content writer with a background in nursing or some other healthcare profession. So today we are talking about building your writing skills. I always have my notes. And I think that understanding the importance of building your writing skills is critical not only for your success, but it's also important for people who have a background in healthcare who are thinking, well, I could never, I'm not a journalist or a strong writer, so let me just stick to healthcare. Let me just stick to working at the bedside. Let me just stick to my everyday 9 to 5. I promise you, health content writing is not as challenging as it sounds. The most challenging part is getting yourself acclimated to being a freelance writer and marketing yourself as such, and then also getting your samples out there. You get over those few hurdles, you're gonna have people coming, throwing assignments at you faster than you can catch them. And then you're gonna find yourself in a position where you're actually having to turn assignments down. So please don't think that you can't be a freelance health content writer, because you totally can. So today we're talking about building your writing skills, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to build your writing skills. I have a background in research, so I'm a nurse scientist by day, and then I'm a freelance health writer, health content writer by night. And it can take a lot out of you in the beginning, especially because you find yourself writing content that maybe you are a subject matter expert in, but writing as opposed to, vocally getting yourself out there for content is completely different. And sometimes the words just don't match up with, your speech. So I have some tips to help you guys get through that. So the first tip on how to build your writing skills is to write often. This may seem simple, but a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people are waiting for their first assignment. They're waiting for someone to navigate them in the direction of figuring out what they want to write about. And honestly, skip all of that and just start writing. What are you good at talking about? Translate that into an article. Put pen to paper and just start. Get on the computer and just start. Open up Google Docs, Microsoft Word, whatever you decide to write in, and just start. Write often, because then the more you write, the more comfortable you're gonna get doing it. I have never been a fan of getting in front of the camera, and I'm realizing that the more I get in front of this thing, the more comfortable I really am. I'm more comfortable with my voice. I'm more comfortable with how I look. I'm not so concerned with, the overall image. I'm more concerned about the content that I'm putting out there. And the same thing will happen for you as you continue to write. So write frequently, write often, pick a platform, whether it's allnurses.com, or if you've decided to start your own website, or if you decided to create a LinkedIn profile and write or take advantage of the article option that they have at the top of creating a post. Just get out there and just start writing today, now, or after this video. The next thing that I recommend to help you build your writing skills is to seek feedback. And this is really important because even though you feel like you're starting to get more and more comfortable with your writing, there's still undoubtedly something that you've missed. Whether it's you've got too much medical jargon in there and you're writing for the everyday consumer and it's just not translating, or your sentence tense is off, or you're writing in first person in one sentence and then third person in the next. Someone else who's not as attached to the writing is going to catch those things and help you understand these little tweaks that you can make to make your article more digestible for your reader. And that's really important. The goal of writing health content should be for people to get something out of your content and what you're putting out there. The next step, revise and resubmit when necessary. And this really is tied to getting a client who's asking you to write. You're gonna write for a lot of editors and they're all gonna be different. Oh my God, they're all gonna be so different. And they're all gonna have different requirements of you. They're all gonna ask for different things of you in your articles. And sometimes it's hard to keep up with all of that. So be ready to revise and resubmit when it's absolutely necessary to do so. It's going to happen. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're not a strong writer. It just means that they're looking for something specific, whether it's the article structure or it's content that they feel, you know, could be broken down a little bit better specifically for their target audience or their market. So revise and resubmit when necessary. And don't be afraid of constructive criticism. That ties into the revising and resubmitting, but don't be afraid of that. Most editors and business owners and other people that you write for, they are going to understand that maybe there was a breakdown in communication in terms of exactly what it was that they were looking for in the article that they asked you to write, and that's okay. As long as that feedback is constructive and allows you to write a version that both parties feel is of benefit to the readers and really can make an impact, that's all that matters. So be ready for constructive feedback and don't internalize it. Take it, learn from it, and move forward. And then finally, there are tools out there that you can use if you're worried about your sentence tense or if you're worried about length of sentences. A lot of people use Grammarly. I have found that more often than not, my editors are reminding me of things that I'm always messing up on, like writing in first person when I should be writing in third, or vice versa. So be sure that, you know, you can use tools, but you can also you should be able to rely on editors and clients themselves when it comes to writing an article in the best and structuring it in the best way. But again, if you need tools, I've heard the Hemingway app is also an awesome tool to use. Again, you can use Grammarly. I've tried that. Grammarly, I won't say is perfect, but it's pretty darn close. I don't think there's any one app or program that's going to be perfect. Sometimes it really is just a matter of trial and error, and you'll get better over time and noticing these same critiques, or that the critique is the same. There's something that you need to fix, and it's always something that's much more simple than you think it is when you're getting the critique, but just be open to it. That is all I have for today on how to build your writing skills. If you like what you've heard, please subscribe to this channel. And if you are ready to purchase a course in content writing, I got you. I will leave a link to my course, Stethoscopes and Stories, in the description.